A long time ago in Athens, there were 4 lovers named Lysander, Hermia, Demetrius, and Helena. Hermia's father Aegeus wanted her to marry Demetrius. "Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her," said Aegeus, but Hermia loved Lysander, and he loved her too. Helena and Demetrius both loved each other, but then Demetrius stopped loving her.
Lysander and Hermia talk about running away to his aunt's house. A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow and a dowager of great revenue, and she has no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, her gentle Hermia, I will marry thee, and to place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou love me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, said Lysander. They are going to escape the Athenian law, which is forcing Hermia to marry Demetrius, who she hates.
Hermia and Lysander are telling their plan to Helena about running away to his aunt's house. They tell her about where they will meet and all the specifics of the plan. Helen, to you our minds we unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe does behold her, seals her visage is a watery glass, decking with liquid pearl and bladed grass. A time that lovers' flights does still conceal, through Athens' gates we have devised.
Helena becomes jealous of Hermia and Lysander's love. How happy some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she, but of that Demetrius thinks not so. He will know what all about he do, and as journey into the woods, and hopes Demetrius will be grateful and possibly fall for her. I will go tell him of her fair Hermia's flight into the wood. He tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence I'll have his thanks. It's a dear expense.
Helena is chasing Demetrius and preaching her love to Demetrius, and yet he tells her how much he hates her and threatens to harm her. Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not plan is to tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you, and only ask Helena about where Hermia is. I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? Said Demetrius as he ran away from her Helena and eventually escaped as Helena gave up.
Oberon sends Robin to get a magical flower that he can make anyone fall in love with anyone. I pray thee, give it to me. Oberon snatches the flower from him. Oberon is planning on putting some of the flower juice onto Tania's eyes, and with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful and fantasies. Oberon tells Robin to take a piece of flour and put some in a man he will be able to recognize because of his Athenian clothes. He was trying to save Demetrius to make him fall in love with the lady who he does despise.
Robin is out searching for who he thinks is Demetrius so that he can put the flower juice on his eye, but instead he finds Lysander and mistakes him for Demetrius. Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said. Once he found Lysander, he put the juice on from the flower in his eye so that he can fall in love with Helena, but all the power his charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his sea on thy eyelid.
Lysander now loves Helena, but Helena thinks it's a joke and thinks he's making fun of her. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that, a vile name to perish on my sword. And no matter what he says, she thinks he's mocking her, and so she runs away, but Lysander follows her for love.
Lysander is in love with Helena and telling her super nice things, but she thinks he's mocking her and still thinks he's in love with Hermia. And then Demetrius comes and says, Helena, oh Helena, goddess nymph, perfect, divine, to what my love shall compare thine eyne, says Demetrius. And Helena and Lysander both call him out because they think he is lying.
She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce. Helena explained to Lysander and Demetrius. They both were fighting and insulting each other, because Lysander now loves Helena and not Hermia.
Lysander and Demetrius are trying to find each other to fight, but Robin is mimicking their voices and leading them away from each other. Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one. He did this so that he could tire them out and put the juice on their eyes so the lovers could go back to normal.
Oberon tells Robin to go back and pour the flower juice on the right people so that Lysander loves Hermia and Demetrius loves Helena again, like he once did. On the ground, sleep sound, I'll apply to your gentle lover. Remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady. lady's eye, and the contrary for vibe known.
All four lovers wake up, and Theseus looks at them and sounds a horn that wakes them up, and they all think that the events in the forest were a dream. And then Lysander starts talking to Theseus about their plan to run away from Athens. Was to be gone from Athens where we might without the peril of the Athenian law, said Lysander to Theseus. Theseus starts telling them of how he will override Aegeus' wishes, and so they'll get married respectively, Hermia and Lysander together, and Demetrius and Helena together. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by us with these couples shall eternally be knit, and for the morning now is something worn, our purpose hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 will hold a feast in great solemnity, said Theseus.
The four lovers, Lysander, Demetrius, Helena, and Hermia, went back to Athens. They were married and happy.
Oberon is singing a song for the four lovers, telling them that they will be blessed and so will their children, and they will have no deformities or imperfections. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be, and the issue there create ever shall be fortunate, and they live happily ever after.